Following on from the previous video, we got to this stage here where we were trying to integrate this. We were trying to integrate this from 0 to 5, from 0 to 5. But we need to make this substitution. When you make this substitution, you would need to change the bounds. So in the dx realm, we are doing it from 0 to 5. But then because of this substitution, we need to work in the du realm. Well, in the du realm, 0 to 5 would then become negative 2 to 3. So from here to here, which is in the du realm, it would be negative 2 to 3. We would need to break this up into two separate parts. So this whole thing here, we would need to break it up into two separate parts. One part, which is this bit here, and this here is the other part. So in the du realm, so in the du realm, from here to here would be from negative 2 to 0. But our normal routine would be to integrate it from here to an arbitrary point. Let's say A here, and then later allow A to head towards this point here. This point here in the du realm would be 0. So we would need to let A head towards 0 from the left hand side. And then our normal routine for this bit here, we would need to integrate it from B to this point here. Well, this point here in the du realm would be 3. So later on we would need to allow B to head towards. Later on we would need to take the limit as B heads towards this point here. This point here in the du realm would be 0. So we would need to let B head towards 0 from the right hand side. The point here is that we need to do this. We need to break this up into two separate integrals, and then allow A to head towards 0 from the negative side. So this thing here will then become this, and then later on this thing here, we need to let B. We will need to allow B to head towards 0 from the right hand side. So this thing here will then become this. Okay, so now we need to integrate this. So integrate this, that will then give you this. Integrate this, that will then give you this. So now follow our normal routine. Put A into here, put A into here, that will then give you this. And then take away this, that will then give you this. And then don't forget it's a minus, and then you've got another minus here, that will then give you a positive. So put negative 2 into here, because when you put negative 2 into here, natural log of negative 2 is not allowed. But then here we've got an absolute value here, so we ignore the negative here because it's abs here, absolute value here. Well, anyway, this whole thing here will then become this, and then put a 3 into here, put a 3 into here, that will then give you this. Put a B into here, that will then give you this. So from here, that will then take us to here. Now if you look at this, hang on, if you look at this here, so you've got one thing here, and then you've got another thing here. Here you're taking the limit as A tends to 0 from the negative side, from the left hand side. So if you look at this here, natural log of A, let's say natural log of X looks like this. But then you're approaching 0 from the negative side. You're approaching 0 from the negative side. But then because you've got this absolute sign here, so let's just imagine it as this. You're approaching, let's just look at this bit here. Natural log of X looks like this. Natural log of X looks like this. You're approaching 0 from the negative side. You're approaching 0 from the negative side. Let's say you're approaching 0, negative, not a really small number. Let's say this here. But then because of this absolute thing here, then you ignore the negative sign. So it's really you approaching from the right hand side because of this absolute operation here. So even though you're approaching from the left hand side, you can imagine it. Even though you're approaching from the left hand side, you can imagine it as you approaching it from the right hand side. So really you're heading towards negative infinity, and then this thing here, but basically both limits diverge. So you can say the whole integral diverges. Okay.